All right. What do you got here?
Infrared, you know,
I got the best drawing I've ever made in my entire life.
Do you really?
Yes, yes. I want you to confirm that.
All right.
That's a chunk of wood or something that was in the paper.
Gotcha. Okay.
Was that Stonehenge that you told me not to get?
Stonehenge, where the demons dwell, and the banshees live, and they do live well. You know Spinal Tap? You know Spinal Tap?
I know Spinal Tap.
You don't
This
like
is Spinal Tap.
This is Spinal Tap. All right.
Songs.
Good.
They did the puppet show too. I mean, they were.
Okay, so when I'm looking at this right here, the first thing is that the board seems a little bit turned too much. If you turn it just a little bit, it's going to be a little bit more square. You're going to be able to get the widths a little bit better right there. Look into it and see if that works. Can you get the widths better that way? Does it feel better to look at?
Yeah.
It does? Are you disagreeing with me?
No.
Okay,
I
good.
don't ever disagree with you.
Say, don't ever just agree with me or disagree with me. Just agree?
Yeah, I don't ever just agree with you.
Just agree with me.
should agree, should agree.
All right, so essentially, it's too thin. Just essentially down the waist. Up here, this seems a little bit elongated up top. And this is too thin down here. But I like how you're developing this. Keep in mind, she's bow-legged, all right? So we have to get more. But you did make her look bow-legged here. See that? This is incorrect. All right, so let's see. Essentially, size. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go off this point right here. Okay. Let's go off this point. Okay. From here to here seems correct. And then let's see. We have this coming down. That seems about correct. So it just needs to like thicken up a little bit here, thicken up a little bit here. This coming across. What happened is we chopped this off. So if we go from here, you need to be thinking like I always say blur your eyes, but if you open your eyes, you're going to see this piece coming up. And then there's a breaking point right here, and this part's going to fill out a little bit more, okay? That's going to fill out some. This part right here is going to fill out just a little bit. This is ballpark correct, but it probably needs to come out just a little bit here. This fills out just a little bit here, and then what's going to happen is this point right here is actually over some. It's a little bit wider, right? So we just need to widen this up some. This is close. Still, yeah, it just needs to get wider. This part right here, I see what you've done. So if I'm looking at it, this breaking point's here, but we gave her a knob on the knee. And watch, if we just take this and just come straight up like this. See that? We're going to cut that just like that. And then there is that piece that kind of comes out just a little bit, and this kind of fills out some. Actually comes in like this subtle angle. So like this part I actually brought in some. I essentially just, you're using this paper. This is Stonehenge. This is not, is it Stonehenge?
Yeah, but it's not the weight.
Yeah.
It's 90 pounds.
So if we do that, I'm just going to show you this because you're close. Like you're always in the ballpark, but then it's just, you miss these angles. So you have this like the patella here, or I can't tell if that's a kneecap or whatever it is, but that's not there. And then this part, so like that's going to cut off some. And then what we see, it just, I mean, you could get away with a straight line almost coming down into this area right here, which we can soften. Essentially to this point here, this is going to drop just a slight bit. And this point's going to elongate just a little bit. And then from this point here, we're going to come, it's kind of cylindrically going, it's cylindrical, right? Mm-hmm. It's coming up. So this point right here, since it's turned, it's going to be a little bit higher up, which you have. But then you went through and just drew this retarded angle right here, cut that off. It looks like you gave her a midget calf, right? She's bow-legged. She's not a midget. All right. So anyway, so this angle right there, what's going to happen is going to go there, and then you're going to have another line cutting that off. So it's not going to be, as popping out as much as it is. Hold on a second. I see. Actually, so I'm going to backtrack that a little bit. This piece, there is that piece that comes out, but this piece is going to fill out some because this part right here is going too far that way. All right, stand here and look. You see how this is thin, but you got this. But what's happening is, if anything, so we get rid of that, this is kind of coming down like that, and it's coming in some, and then this is going to fill out, and that's going to elongate that way. Yeah. So you get that. And then the upper body, upper body's ballpark. This is too thin up here. This, you broke her arm. I don't know what you're thinking there. It's almost as if her torso is going up. Like if I did this, I would look and I would think she was facing the other way, like her torso, her lats or something were like pressing up, but that's not the case. Her arm's overlapping right there, so you're not gonna have that breaking point there. And then this point, let's see, from here, this just seems a little high. Like if I go from this distance is correct. This is ballpark. And then coming here, the scapula is gonna be, like the breaking point is gonna be probably about right here. So that just drops some. I think that will fill it out some at the top. And you gave her a bull neck. Congratulations, good job.
What neck?
Bull neck, look at that.
Oh, cool.
See it? Now,
No extra charge.
in terms of that, if this is correct, coming up, that is where it goes, but then this is going to actually be just slightly longer. This head looks like in Aliens, like where it's just like her face is popping out, but you forgot the back side of her head. So her face, in other words, is going out too far, okay? And then from here, you give her a bull neck. So it should be like in some, probably around here, something like that.
Which would bring
Yeah.
that closer there.
That is the laziest line that I've ever seen in my life.
Cool.
Look, when you draw, look at this. You're doing this, you're like, okay, so this is there. That's what you do. Now, what the hell was that? All right.
It's just how I express myself.
Cross through, shut up. Cross through. The cross through makes everything 1,000 times easier. Are you ready? He's not ready. You want to wait? I'll give you a critique later if you want.
Who, me?
Oh, Brian, I'm looking at you.
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, all right.
You got this? You got it?
I got it.
Good. You want one? You want a critique?
Yeah,
Later?
I think the legs, let me work on it.
Work on it.